is Mental Health Awareness Month, and there's a smartphone app that could help people who are suffering. It is called White Flag. It's an anonymous way to find and connect with others who might share your struggles. And our senior national correspondent, Steve Osunsami, is in Atlanta with that story for us. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, Robin. I'm going to begin by sharing something that you shared earlier during your Wednesday Wisdom, your motivations, and that is trying to find good ways to get through life's challenges. And the people we're about to meet say that they're using the technology to help them.
There they are, the top 5 of Miss Teen USA 2007.
Katie Upton is looking back on this moment at the Miss Teen USA beauty pageant nearly 20 years ago with new eyes this morning. The question in those final minutes was why so many Americans can't find their own country on a map.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because...
And her answer was an example of what can happen when you're human and nervous and the world is watching.
I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries.
All of a sudden, people were laughing at her expense, while off stage, she says she was feeling alone in the world, quietly hiding a mountain of anxiety, unsupportive friends, and an abusive relationship.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Don't.
No, it takes a lot for me to cry, but...
Was that the lowest portion of your life, you would say, at this point?
Yes, absolutely. It was the lowest portion of my life, to the point to where I was considering taking my own life. And I did meet a couple times with a couple different people. Like, they were listening to me, but they weren't feeling me. And that's what White Flag can do for people today.
Today, she's a big supporter of smartphone apps for mental health and uses one called White Flag, a peer support group on the phone where mostly anonymous users are helped and healed by each other. In North America, more than 200,000 people have joined, raising their white flags, calling for help for everything from grief to divorce.
I want to make sure that everybody's abundantly clear on this, is White Flag is free. This is a free resource.
Johnny McCoy created it after he says he endured a lifetime of childhood trauma.
So I want someone to reach out to me. You hit, I want to raise my white flag.
Explaining that what helped him the most were group sessions with people who truly knew his pain.
I found that to be a miracle, Steve. I had gone through medication. I had gone through days of therapy a week. Once I realized that we could do this virtually and connect people from all over the country, I told my wife, I said, I have to do this. It's not just for people who are in crises.
One of the app's users is former TV bachelor Colton Underwood, who shares he once tried to take his own life before admitting to the world that he's attracted to men.
I wish I would have known about this service when I was in high school. I never wanted to raise my flag. I never wanted to signify to my family, to my friends, to my teammates, to my teachers that I wasn't okay. I always wanted to sort of project strength, and I didn't ever feel comfortable asking for help. And having this tool or this app in my pocket would have been a game changer for me.
Giovanna Doyle, a struggling musician in Maryland, uses it too and says it's not therapy, but says for her, it's therapeutic.
I didn't have any insurance to go to therapy. The fact that I can go on my phone and just, talk to someone and say, hey, I'm struggling really hard today. And I continue to use this app 2 years later.
Katie Upton is a 36-year-old mother today with 2 children and a loving partner in Arizona, and says she finds joy in helping people walking her path. She says she'll never forget a young woman who approached her one day in person, saying that she had planned to hurt herself.
She's in Charlotte now, and she is in accounting. So it just sorry, it touches me.
No.
That I was able to save somebody.
That has to feel good. And you're doing it again.
I hope so. I really do. I really do.
The technology is giving us useful information about when people need help, what time of day, what time of year. Johnny McCoy says that his users are particularly busy around the holidays, and not just the winter ones. He says July 4th is busy with people who are online seeing their friends and family on vacations that they aren't on. He says that young mothers struggling with postpartum depression are usually active in the mornings. The key, they say, is connecting with someone who truly understands your struggle and being able to do so privately. Guys.
But Steve-O, thank you for not keeping this private. Do you know how many folks are going to be helped by this? Do you know by sharing this morning how many people this is going to reach, Steve-O?
Absolutely. And you know, the people who create this say that that's their goal. It's a free app. Their goal is to help people, to give people tools that they can use to help themselves.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. And thank you for the shout out about my morning message. Appreciate that as well, Steve. You take good care of yourself.